Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. We all will be singing Hare Krishna Kirtan for some time. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Radha Madan Mohan Radha Madan Mohan Radha Madan Mohan Radhe Radha Jaya Gauranitai 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 Jaya Gauranitai Prabhupada 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 Jaya Prabhupada Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki Jai. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. I heartily welcome everyone and congratulate all of you for continuing the sessions and showing your interest and dedication for coming on weekends and attending the sessions. So today we have a great speaker with us, His Grace Jivdaya Das Prabhuji. So he has graduated from Bharati Vidyapit College in Pharmacy stream in year 2007. He has worked with Aventis Pharma as production executive for 2 years in Gujarat. Then he moved to Pune and worked as chemistry faculty in IIT Coaching Institute for another 2 years. All throughout his career, he observed the dire need of spirituality, especially for the youth of India, who were misusing their valuable energy and time in self destructive habits and creating trouble to others. Therefore, he decided to serve the society by spreading the spiritual culture based on the teachings of Vedic wisdom like Bhagavad Gita, especially for the youth. Currently, he is serving at the ISKCON Pune Vishal Nagar and preaching at Aurangabad. Prabhuji is also a Bhakti Shastri teacher, taught NOD in Andaman Nicobar, member of Temple Management Committee in Aurangabad. Currently preaching in GECEA College in Aurangabad. He has a deep taste for Shastri study and gives nectarine classes. So please welcome Prabhuji with three rounds of chanting Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna. Coming? Or you can put the PPT now. We'll begin the prayers. So we'll have short prayers before we begin our discussion. You can repeat after me. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः Hare Krishna. So I am very happy to be amongst all of you who are seekers of knowledge, who want to know and want to know something which will help our life, which will help our betterment of our life, so that we can truly become happy, successful, and God conscious in our own life. So I was told that till now we have discussed on the topic of soul, our identity, and God also, the who is God and does he exist and how does he exist and all. Moving forward in the same discussion, when we understand that God exists, the next obvious question comes is, uh, how do you know more about him, or can we see him? Is it not? If somebody says that yes, God exists, but sorry to say he cannot be seen, or no, we want to know more. So to know more about his personality, about his identity, we need to know the source of the knowledge, from where to know. Like if you want to know about some scientist, then you will refer his journals, some scientific research paper or something. You will not go to some comic shop, some story book, and there you will not find about the scientist. So similarly, if I want to know about God, then we are going to discuss that important aspect, that how to know more about God. What is it? So today we are going, the topic is discovering the manual of life, access the truth beyond defect. So if we want to know about God, the information is kept in the body of knowledge, which is called as scriptures or shastra. Here you will find this word, manual of life. You might have heard this word manual, right? Where do we get manual? When you purchase any product, anything you purchase, you get a small booklet in which how to efficiently use that instrument is written. So similarly, all of us know we are soul, our identity is soul, and we have got this instrument called this body. And there is one more instrument, the bigger instrument, this universe. Now, instrument we have got, but how to utilize it efficiently, effectively, that information is written in the manual. And what is the manual for this universe or for our body is scriptures, like Bhagavad Gita. So why we should access or why we should study these scriptures and all, that we are going to understand today. What is it? So we are going to begin with a story. Here you might be seeing there was an elephant. So the elephant first time went into a village where the villagers did not know what is an elephant. And everybody, and in that village there were 6 blind men. And they wanted to understand what is this elephant all about. So the 6 people went and they were testing that animal, that elephant, by touching the different part of that elephant. You see this man who is the number one, the first one, he is holding the trunk of an elephant, and he is thinking that elephant is like snake. The second person who is holding the tail, he is thinking elephant is like a rope. Similarly, the third person who climbed up on the elephant, and he is thinking elephant is like a X. The shape is like the ear. He is touching the ear. One person was holding the belly of the elephant, and he thought it's a wall about to fall down. The fifth person was holding the tusk of the elephant, and he thought it's like arrow. And the sixth one was holding the trunk of the elephant. Sorry, the legs of the elephant. He thought it's a trunk of the tree. And all 6 people came with the research paper and everything, and they said that I have found out what is elephant. And one said it is like rope, another one said it's like wall, and all 6 people started quarreling among themselves. Now, are these 6 people correct? They are wrong, is it not? But what is their mistake? They are not seeing the complete picture. They are not seeing. But is there their problem? They are not able to see. That's their blindness. What else is the problem of these? What is the mistake of these 6 people? Their mistake is they are seeing the part of the truth, and they are claiming they are seeing the whole truth. That if they accept that, okay, I am seeing the part of that elephant, and the part of the elephant looks like this. So then what happened? One person with the eyes, he came by, he was passing by, and he told, don't fight. You are also right, you are also right, you are also right. The only problem is you have to integrate. All 6 of you have to come together. Similarly, many times in the world, many people claim that this religion is the problem. Don't bring in the religion in the picture in the society. Kick out the religion, then we are happy, peaceful. Because one person says here is a god, other one says here is the god, and they are fighting. And so many wars you might have seen just based on, they say it's religion, but it's not actually the religion. They are people who are seeing that part of the truth and they're claiming to be the supreme truth. That's the problem. So, okay, so if they want to gain complete knowledge, what these 6 people have to do? Consult somebody who's having eyes, who can see the truth. So now we move ahead of how do we gain knowledge. So there are three ways by which we gain knowledge. Can somebody read the first way of gaining knowledge? Pratyaksha praman. This is called direct sense perception. Why we are understanding this? The connection is we want to gain knowledge about God, correct? So first of all, let's understand how do we gain knowledge of the world first at first place. So one is pratyaksh praman. Pratyaksh means direct, that which is in front of us. Second is anuman, theories based on observation and guesswork. We speculate. And third is shabda praman, hearing from bona fide authority. We'll take one by one and try to understand what is the limit of each of these. Each one of these ways of knowledge, gaining knowledge, takes us to some limit and then some limit. One is called pratyaksh praman. You might have heard this saying called seeing is believing, right? Generally people believe in those things which they can see, they can hear, they can taste, they can touch. So pratyaksh praman is that only. Like in your scientific laboratories, students do the experiment, they see that experiment being done, they observe, they make theories of it. So pratyaksh praman is that only. Now the question comes, can this pratyaksh praman give us full knowledge? Can we get complete knowledge of everything based on this pratyaksh praman? This question we are going to answer. And therefore, as I was telling, seeing is believing, is it really true? Now I'm going to show you something which you will see here, but you will understand this is wrong or this is false. Apparently meeting of the railway tracks. When you stand on the railway track, you see them meeting. Are they meeting? No. But you see them. But you believe that no, they are not meeting. It's just kind of illusion happening in front of my eyes. Similarly, we have distorted reflections. You go in front of a particular mirror, you look tall, you look thin, you look fat. But do you believe you have become fat just by looking in that reflection? No. One more example. When you put a pencil in the glass full of water, the pencil looks bent. Is it really bent? No. Now we know it's a refraction and there's a theory behind it, but you don't believe what you are seeing. There are mirage when you're driving on the hot sunny day on a road, in the distance you see water over there, but you don't believe there is water. What these examples conclude? What do we conclude from these examples? It's not you cannot gain full knowledge. You are using your previous understanding that there is no water there. It's just an illusion. So, can we say now seeing is believing? No, not all the time. We cannot acquire complete knowledge using our material senses like eyes. This was just the example of eyes, but even ears and all senses, sight, touch, hearing, taste, smell, you cannot get complete knowledge through these senses only. Why? The problem is because we all have 4 defects. All these senses have 4 defects. Every human being, the senses of every human being, eyes, ears, they all have these 4 defects. The 4 defects are: number 1, imperfect senses. We will go deep into each one of these. Just for listing purpose, we are listing here 4 defects. And because the senses are imperfect, there is a tendency to be illusion. And because we get into illusion, there is a tendency to commit mistake. We commit mistake. What happens when we commit mistake? Do we tell others, I committed mistake? When a child commits a mistake, what does he do? He try to hide it. Correct? This is called as cheating propensity. So these are the 4 defects every human being has. Whether he is a scientist, or he is a philosopher, common man on the street, everybody. I'll repeat. First of all, imperfect senses. Because the senses are imperfect, we get into illusion. Because we get into illusion, we can't see what is right, what is wrong. They commit mistake, and after committing mistake, we hide it. It's called cheating propensity. So take first one by one. Imperfect senses. So we have eyes, ears. These eyes have got some limit. How many of you accept our eyes have limit or unlimited? Limits, right? You can't see what is happening beyond this wall. In the scientific term, if you want to know, our eyes are blind outside the range of 400 to 700 millimicron. Here is a whole range of all the visible waves. I'm not visible. All the waves are there, in which we can only see a very small slit, one small, wavelength. Beyond our visible range, there is infrared, microwaves, radio waves. Like right now, sitting in this room, there are waves of so many TV channels. Can we see all those waves here? No. But if I put on the TV, not here, but another, if I tune in, I can see them. But right now, I cannot see with my eyes. That means eyes are narrow. They cannot see everything. You go to do your X-rays, right? And the person, the operator, he says, okay, ho gaya, done. And you say, I didn't see anything. He says, after 15 minutes, you will get your whole X-ray done. So you can't see X-rays, you can't see radio waves, ultraviolet, infrared. We can only see a very small region of eyes, of the waves. Similarly, our ears also. Our ears are deaf outside the range of 20 to 20 kilohertz. Now here is a map of the frequency. We are in the middle of this. Infrasound is heard by elephant, cats. Ultrasonic are heard by bats and sharks, dolphins. But we are in middle somewhere. We can't hear everything. You might be knowing about this dog whistle. So when the dog whistle is blown, dogs can hear, we can't hear. So our ears are also limited. And this is true with every sense. We cannot go into all the details, but sample is enough to understand. If the senses have limitation, I can use instrument to get more knowledge of the world. So this is the argument now. Now, if I cannot see with my eyes, let's say I cannot see bacteria or virus. So what people do then? Use microscope. So with the use of microscope, I can increase my capacity of eyes. But there is a problem then. The problem is, there is one Nobel Prize winner, Eugene Wigner, he says, even if you look at the objects using those instruments, he says, ultimately you have to take in the information through these senses only. You cannot bypass the senses. Like here he's saying, even if we photograph stars, eventually we have to take in by our senses what the photo shows. Furthermore, without our senses, we cannot handle a camera. And even if we amplify and refine by instruments, the knowledge is no more perfect than our imperfect senses. What I mean to say here is, the senses, even if you use instrument, they remain limited only. You cannot get complete knowledge of the universe using senses. Okay. So is this clear? Our senses are limited, imperfect. We cannot claim all the knowledge through our senses. And then comes the second part. Because our senses are limited, there is a tendency to be illusion. Now, what is the meaning of illusion? Can somebody say, what do you mean by illusion? Illusion means, huh? But you accept it as real. You accept it, maybe for some time, you accept it as a real, which is not real. Correct? Do we get into illusion every now and then? We'll see now. Most of the time we get into illusion. Here is an example. If somebody eats an orange, after first he eats a gulab jamun which is very sweet, and then you eat an orange. The orange looks sour. It doesn't appeal to it doesn't feel to be so sweet as it is. But if somebody eats first lemon and then eat orange, the same orange will taste sweet now. Now here's the same orange and same tongue. At two different conditions, there is two different report of the tongue. That one time orange is sour, other time it is sweet. Similarly, skin. Water touched with warm hand appears cool. First you touch warm water, first you touch hot water and then you touch normal, it appears cool. First you touch cold water and then if somebody touch normal water, it appears warm. Same water but different report through the senses, through the skin. Now here we are going to show some objects especially related to eyes, because what is the only argument people give to deny existence of God? Why God does not exist? Because I cannot see him. Let us see the objects first of this world. Can we see them properly? So observe and identify. Each picture has at least two ways of seeing, depending on what you choose to discard and what you choose to see. Use your creativity and identify the two different ways of perceiving each of these pictures. At the last, I will ask this question: what do we infer from this observation? Okay. So here is a picture. In this picture, some of you will see a old lady and some will be able to see a young lady. Let's see how many of you can see both. Okay. How many can see both? Okay. Now I'll ask another question. How many of you cannot see an old lady? Cannot see an old lady? Not able to see old? Okay. Okay, young lady everybody can see. So this picture shows that young people can see young lady, old people can see old lady. Now I'll show where is the old lady hidden in this picture. You see, this is the nose of a old lady. This is the nose and this is the chin of a old lady. Got it? This is the nose. You can see the cursor, right? This is the nose, these are the eyes, and this is the chin of an old lady. Now clear? How many of you cannot see a young lady? Can't see a young lady. See, young lady is looking inside. Here are the eyes, eyelid. Here is a small nose and looking inside. Are you able to see now? Maybe with the practice you will see both. Now my question is, this is old lady or young lady? Who is she? Old or young? Wait. Just now you see somebody was saying both you can see. This is old lady or young lady? Who is she? She is neither old nor young. She is picture. This is nothing actually. It's an illusion, or the picture is made in such a way that you are able to see. Now we can't even understand here who is old, who is young, and we want to see God with these eyes. Just see the audacity. Now we move ahead. There are plenty of pictures like that. How many of you can see white triangle here? White triangle is visible, right? Is white triangle really there? No, white triangle is not there. Still you are able to see. Not that we are seeing, actually scientists also see. There was ninth planet Pluto some years before. Where is that Pluto now? So was it really there earlier? Sitting here, we are able to we are trying to speculate what is happening in the cosmic world, but we are not able to see here only some things. This is amazing. So many things you can see in one picture only. There is an old couple, very visible. There are two singers. One is with guitar sitting. There's one glass cup also in between. If you move your eyes from left to right, you will see our TV screen is moving now. And if you see them left to right, they all will start dancing. And as soon as you look at one, so stationary things are moving, and moving things will become stationary. Now, this is ultimate. What you have to do, you have to focus on the middle dot and move your head back and forth little bit. Move your head, move yourself back and forth little bit. What do you see? Then you have to move, then only you will understand. Otherwise, without moving, it can't. When you move like this, what you see? Both are moving in opposite direction. Are they really moving? But because you are moving, you think this is moving. No, no. What is the I mean, what do we infer from this whole observation? 7, 8 pictures we show you. What is the inference? What do we learn from this? We cannot believe. Illusions are there. Now at least we are here very sure that this screen is not moving. Only I am moving, therefore it appears to be moving. Can we really put faith on these eyes and say that I want to see absolute truth using these eyes? Now people say, show me God, bring God in front of me, then only I will believe in Him. First correct your eyes, get the proper eyes to see this world first. We focused more on the eyes just now. This is true with all senses. Ears, many times we get confused. It's a railway train is giving the horn, or it is a kitchen, the cooker pressure is giving the CT. So ears also have the tendency to get illusion. And what happens when we get into illusion? We come to mistake. Now there are small mistakes. Somebody slips on the road, people laugh. These are a small mistake. Do you think scientists also have the same problem? Their senses also gets illusion. So will they commit mistake? Many times we feel whatever is written in the scientific journal, and if it is published in the Kali Puran, what is Kali Puran? People believe blindly on that. Kali Puran is newspaper. If it is published in the newspaper, it is absolute truth. And after 5th day, they will change. Like you might have studied your college textbooks, scientific books or science books or whatever. On the first page, left side, they write it's a 100th edition, it's a 200th edition, 1000th edition. What does that mean? Edition means edited. That means this book has been edited 1000 times. Just imagine the first copy when it came, that was completely false compared to the copy which is there in your hand. 1000 times it has been edited. Okay. So in the scientific community also, scientific world also, there are serious mistakes, not ordinary mistakes, serious mistakes which have claimed life of people. For example, widely incorrect account in research. One small mistake earlier people used to do is brain was considered as organ to cool the blood. Because when people get angry, the head becomes hot. So they thought that this is a machine to cool down the head. Pituitary gland, called as master gland noun. Earlier it was considered as vestige or useless tissue in the human body. There is something called as Hubble constant, but it has been changed so many times. Now it is called Hubble variable because every time there is a mistake. So change it. Every time it changes, now it is no more constant. It is Hubble variable now. It's in scientific world, not in a stories or somewhere. There are many more mistakes in the scientific world which we are using in our life. We will see in the future also. Like one example is of plastic. When the plastic was invented in the 90s, in that era only this came, plastic. It was considered as a benediction. You can carry things, you can wrap around things, but now the same plastic has become a demon. It is not going away only, it is polluting. Okay? So these were the mistake. And what happens when we commit mistake? Cheating propensity. After committing mistake, you hide it. So cheating in science. Search for the missing link between apes and humans. So it was Darwin who suggested that unless until you find a connecting link between apes and humans, till that time my theory is wrong. So then scientists were researching or they were discovering different, they were digging out many places in the world trying to find out some missing link, some animal who looks like half man, half apes, but they were not able to. So there is a famous hoax, famous made up, cooked up story they came up. It was called as Piltdown Man hoax. In 1912, this connecting link was made by scientists. Piltdown is a place in China. Now, hearing the word China, you might understand what it does mean. Everything is made up there. So they dig out that something they cooked up, and what it was. In 1953, it was found human skull and filled jaw. The fraud was revealed. It's a cheating. Can you imagine from 1912 to 1953, almost 41 years. 41 years they were able to cheat the human society and claim that Darwin theory is correct. But later on when the findings came and it was fraud, even in scientific community this thing are going on. Hoax, proof of birds missing link. All these things which you have studied in our college textbooks, Archaeopteryx and all those things, they were hoax actually. Similarly, there's a whole movie I am not able to show here. We don't have that much time. But all these Peking man, Neanderthal man, they all are wrong, cooked up stories. Later on, the fraud was revealed actually. So this is cheating in the science. They are trying to prove the evolution of apes into human. You can see this movie at other time. We don't have time. The understanding is, in the name of evolution, we are shown some skulls which look like ape, look like human, and we are told by scientists that we have come from apes. But in the true discoveries and all, such skulls are not found. They are stories till now only. So this is what is about pratyaksha praman. You remember the 3 ways of gaining knowledge? The first one we are discussing just now is called as pratyaksha praman. And can pratyaksha praman give us complete knowledge? No, it cannot give. Why it cannot give? Because there are 4 defects. And we just now discussed 4 defects. First one is senses are imperfect, can't get full knowledge through the senses. And because senses are imperfect, second one is illusion. We get into illusion, and because we get into illusion, commit mistake. And because we commit mistake, we hide it, there is cheating propensity. So can we get complete knowledge by pratyaksha praman? No. These 4 defects, they limit our knowledge. So then another way of knowledge. Suppose during our exam time we all have done, there is a question paper and you don't know any head and tail of that question now, and 4 options are there. What do? You guesswork. Can somebody become topper by guesswork? Even if you become, after getting into college you cannot pass. There are students who got into such college, this NEET and JEE exam. There are students who passed just by anuman praman, but once they get into college then they cannot move ahead in the college. So we discuss on this anuman praman, theories based on observation or guesswork. So guesswork means it may have been like this or perhaps it was like that. Why person has to guess about something? No, knowledge is trying to get, but why he has to guess? Consult. Not sure about it. Why is not sure about it? They can, because when some phenomenon was happening, he was not present there. He didn't see. He was not physically present there. Now, when the rains are happening, let's say, now you did not see the water getting evaporated from the ocean. You did not see the condensation happening in the sky. We just see the water pouring down and we do the guesswork. Might be it has happened like this. That's how. So because you are not present at that place, we do this guesswork. But is it always true that whatever I am guessing will come correct? No. So now there are so many scientific theories which are propagated based on this simple guesswork. It is also called as speculation. In Hindi, speculation they call it as man gadant kahani. There was one queen, there was one king, and they were walking on the forest. There was a demon. We call it as a made-up stories or cooked-up stories or speculation. But not only in our stories, there are speculations in the scientific field. And one of the story we are going to understand today. Many of us, even I was also earlier very emotionally attached to this story. When we discuss today, please discuss on the basis of logic, which we are discussing, not at the basis of our emotional attachment. And that the story is of Mr. Darwin, whose story we have heard many times in our schools. And this story was told to us when our mind was not very much analytical, in the standard of 6th, 7th, 8th, where you accept the teacher is my final authority. Whatever teacher is saying, I accept. At that age, this theory was proposed. So Darwin gave his theory called as the theory of evolution, correct? In his book called as The Origin of Species, that was the book Darwin wrote. What did he say in that book? Can somebody say in one line or two lines what Darwin suggested there? What we have heard in our school textbooks? Anybody? Man came from monkeys, correct? Did Darwin saw monkeys evolving into man? Does any of us observe monkeys evolving into man? There is no such observation. But we all have done one observation. Man becoming like monkey. Right? Every child you say, "Bandar ki tarah kaam mat kar." Don't behave like a monkey. But nobody has seen monkey becoming a man. That means the theory given by Darwin is pratyaksha praman or anuman praman. Simple speculation. And this we don't say. It's not that I am saying Darwin is speculating. Darwin himself said. In one of his letter to A.R. Wallace, December 22, 1857, Darwin wrote to his friend, I am a firm believer that without speculation, that means without making up the things, without telling stories, there is no good and original observation. After 5 years work, 5 years of which work? Speculative work. I allowed myself to speculate on the subject and drew up some short notes. These I enlarged in 1844 into a sketch of the conclusion, which seems to me probable. For me, it is probable. So, this he writes in his book, in the preface of the book, Origin of Species. And what Darwin said, Darwin says, I am giving you theory of evolution. You understand the word theory? He did not say law of evolution. Do we hear some word like laws, law of gravitation, law of thermodynamics, law of motion, right? What is the difference between law and theory? Huh? Sorry? Yes. So fact is what? Laws. They will work on everyone. Theories doesn't work. But when we study this Darwin in our school, we study this Darwin as a Darwin's law or law of evolution. But he himself is saying, I am speculating, I am, cooking up the stories, don't believe me. But we say, no, we will believe in you fully. We are the children of monkey and we will behave like monkey. So this is anuman praman. And how do we know Darwin is wrong? There are many evidences for it. Just one simple example we are taking. Darwin said, dig up the earth and you will find a record of rocks. In the record of rocks, according to Darwin, he said that earlier there were only apes and later on there were humans. So if you dig up the rocks, you will find the fossils of humans first, then mixture, humans and apes. And at the bottom of the rock, you will find only the fossils of apes. This is what he said. But when they actually did when they actually found out the fossils, you see in this photo, at this corner, the age of the rock is written 40,000, 1 lakh, 4 lakh, 10 lakh, 15 lakh, 20 lakh. What you see at the 1 lakh rock, there are apes also, there are humans also. You go down, 4 lakh, same thing. 20 lakh, there was no place, no rock fossils, no rock record where only apes are there or only humans are there. All are together. So record of the rock, what does it prove? Are man coming from monkeys? No. Man came from monkey? No. Human being and apes simultaneously existed millions of years ago. So record of the rocks shows Darwin theory is wrong because it's a simple observation. Now, which story of Darwin we have heard? In your college, in school textbook, you might have heard this story of Darwin. How giraffe came about in this world? How giraffe got its long neck? You heard that? There was food shortage and the animal started jumping and stretching his neck and got the tree like that. Now my question is that animal not drinking water? Does water falls from the sky? I mean, is the water available in the tree? He has to go down to drink the water. Similarly, there is one more thing he writes in his book is about how